Here's a GRE algebra question. Let's take a look. We're told that n times p is less than 0, and we want to know what's greater. Quantity A, which is the absolute value of p plus n, and quantity B, or I should say, or quantity B, which is the absolute value of p plus the absolute value of n. All right, well, when I get an algebra question like this on quantitative comparison, my first step is always to just try something out. Try a number. Why not? See what happens, right? So let's just pick numbers for n and p. We're told that n times p is less than 0, is negative. So I'm going to say that maybe n is a negative number and p is a positive number. Interesting, n and p, right? So let's just say that n is, I don't know, negative 2 and p is 3, right? Negative 2 times 3 is indeed less than 0, so that works. All right, well, what happens when we plug these numbers in over here? If p is 3 and n is negative 2, then it's 3 minus 2, that's 1, and the absolute value of that is 1. And over here, if I plug in 3, the absolute value of 3 is 3, and the absolute value of negative 2 is 2, I'm going to add those together and get 5. Okay, so quantity B is greater in this one particular case. Doesn't mean it's always true. But here's the good news. I can now get rid of answer option A because I know that quantity A isn't always greater, and I can get rid of answer option C because I know that these two quantities are not always equal. So now we're down to quantity B, which we found in this one example, or if we can find a conflicting case, then the answer is going to be D. Well, I'll let you try a few conflicting cases on your own, but what you're going to find every time is that quantity B is greater. And here's why. If one of these numbers is positive and one is negative, right? It doesn't have to be negative positive. It could be positive negative, but I'll just say negative positive. When I add a positive and a negative number together, they're kind of working against each other, right? One is going left and one is going right, so they're going to kind of pull each other back somewhere closer to 0. And over here, if I make both of them positive first by taking the absolute value, and then I add them together, they're both going to get bigger, as in the result, the sum is going to be bigger. And that means that quantity B will always be greater. For more GRE tips and tricks, or to sign up for my online course, follow the link on my profile.